Did you know that chasing woman can be the reason why you haven't met her yet? And I'm guilty of this because I was chasing woman for so many years. And I'm going to tell you in this video what happened in my life once I stopped doing what all the advice tells you to do as a man. Because it's so easy for us men to fall into this mindset of trying to be the better man, competing with other guys. We're better in the gym. We're better at talking to women and using these pickup lines. And a lot of this nonsense that we hear, it doesn't sound like bad advice, right? It's clickbaity, it's catchy, it sounds motivating. But the problem we can fall into when we're chasing women is we might be making the mistake of not actually trusting God with our dating decisions. See, do you think God truly has a rule that says before you meet the spouse he has planned for you, that you have to lift 300 pounds in the gym? That you have to be under 180 pounds of weight or whatever it is? We can do so many things that do improve us and make us more attractive, but sometimes we're putting the cart before the horse, and instead of relying on God, we try and idolize our relationship in a way where we think that we're just not good enough. See, God tells us that we are wonderfully made and we're not an accident. God knows exactly what he was doing when he created you as a unique man. Now, I'm not here to say don't go to the gym, just sit in your house all day and your future wife is going to magically show up. That would be silly for me to say that. I mean, let's be real. I do believe, honestly, that it is biblical to take care of our bodies, to not idolize food, to be moving, to going to the gym if you're able to. But at the same time, we have to make sure that just like our faith in Christ, that when we're trying to meet a woman, it's not workspace and it's not performative. Because a lot of the dating advice out there, it's all an act. And I was following this nonsense for so long because after a really bad breakup 10 years ago, I didn't know better. I didn't know what to do. I wasn't really good at dating. I didn't have much dating experience. So yeah, I was desperate to learn how to meet women and to learn social skills and things to say, things not to say, things that you want to make sure you're not doing that scares them off. But then God allowed me to go through painful breakup after breakup and rejection after rejection to teach me something. See, when I finally stopped chasing women and I finally got to a point where I was actually happy and single for the first time, but more importantly, at that moment in that season, I finally surrendered to the Lord. I wasn't just happy and single and doing my own thing, but I was happy, single, and walking with the Lord daily. I would cry out to him and I'd be honest and I would say, I don't know why I haven't met someone yet, Lord. Is there something wrong with me? Is there something you want me to do? Did I blow it? But at the same time, he was teaching me to trust him because in Ecclesiastes 3, we know there is a different season under the sun, right? There's a time for peace. There's a time for chaos. And this is maybe not the time yet that God has planned for you to meet someone, but it doesn't mean it's never going to happen. And I'm a true testimony example of this because I went through almost 7 years until I finally met who became my wife last year. And everybody's timeline is different. Maybe you've been waiting longer for me, and I don't fault you if you're frustrated because some of you here have been waiting 20, 30 years. But chasing women can be very disastrous, and that's what I really want you to take away from this video. Because if you are chasing a woman and it's getting you out of your purpose that God has planned for you, you could be making the same mistake that David made in the Bible when he chased Bathsheba instead of living in his purpose of being with his men on the battlefield. See, there's a difference between chasing women but then also preparing to meet your future spouse. It's not black and white. So I'm not here to say that if you stop chasing women, it means you never go out, you never be social, and you just sit at home and she's going to show up. What I am saying is sometimes God will still call you to move in faith. Maybe he wants you to pick up that new music hobby. He wants you to find a new job. He wants you to be more social, provided it's not tempting you and taking you away from your faith. But you can still prepare for your future spouse, even if you're single right now. You can put up some guardrails to make sure you're not falling into sexual temptation. You can put up some guardrails around who you associate with. And you can also really dig into what God is calling you to do, whether it's ministry, whether it's reconnecting with family, reconnecting with friends, whatever that looks like. Because sometimes we overcomplicate meeting our future spouse and we think we have to meet her at a certain place. But as you're living in faith and living as if you are being prepared by the Lord to meet your future spouse, it can be an unexpected encounter, like what happened to me meeting my wife. I enjoyed country dancing, and it was a hobby I truly enjoyed, where when I first started it, I was guilty of trying to meet women. But then I got to a point where I was enjoying just being me, being there, being thankful that God allows me to even walk and dance, appreciating the little things in life. And what happened was crazy, because once I stopped chasing women, I can't tell you how hard the devil attacked me, because suddenly they were chasing me. And it was something I was not used to. And it was very easy to fall into temptation and to let your ego get in the way and thinking you're all that. But I had to start praying and asking God, hey, I have these opportunities to date now, but is she sent from you, or is this a distraction? And so be very careful of that too, that once you stop chasing women, you might experience what I did. Because remember, the devil goes around like a roaring lion looking to seek, kill, and destroy. When you're waiting faithfully on the Lord, don't be shocked when the devil tries to distract you, because if he can pull you off track and he can take you away from meeting your future spouse that God actually planned for you to be with, you might get entangled with the wrong person that could destroy you. And so I stayed in faith, and even though I started having dating opportunity, in that season of singleness and learning how to be single, my faith grew to the point where I no longer needed a relationship. And it was right then when the Lord showed me, now is the time for you to meet your future spouse. And I was tremendously blessed. And so I hope this video was encouraging for you. If you're struggling right now, I know some of you are going through breakups. You can check out the relationship guide for healing from a breakup. I put in the description below. And if this is a video where you still have questions and you want to talk with me one-on-one more, you can book a 20-minute call with me in the Calendly link below as well. And I hope this is a blessing and you all enjoy your new year, and God bless.